Alright, welcome everybody to my 26 week of code journey. So over the next 6 months I'll be tackling coding challenges, sharing my progress, and then learning along the way. So I want you to join me as we grow together in this coding adventure, and then let's get started. So first of all, if you are part of Roy Tech Hub, you should have known about this before. So and then if you are not and you just happen to get to this video by chance or whichever means, then I'm going to suggest something. I won't ask you to fully place all your hopes on this particular videos. Why? Because there are some things that is going to look sketchy, but you're going to understand. So I'm going to do it in a way that you're still going to like be of advantage. Okay, so that won't make this video too long, let's skip the talk to talk and then do the walk to walk. All right, so actually we have the scheduled timetable we're following for this particular training. Okay, so these ones you can see right here, you can see day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8. So as of this very video we are already at day 8. So because based on one or two things, we need to actually make videos to keep record of our progress, and then to be able to share to our platforms if we need some. It's actually part of why we're doing this. So I know you're going to say I already said we're going to do the walk to walk, but I'm still talking, so pardon me. Actually, I think it's easier for me to express myself as long as I'm alone. And okay, fine, let's just get started. All right, so I don't think I'll be reading all this because if you are not on the platform and you would like to join, so kindly comment below in the video, in the comment section, so you can be given the link to the actual Roy Tech Hub platform, so you can collaborate with other aspiring websites and software developers. Okay, with that being said, so today is our first day of our 26. Actually, today is our 8th day, but today is our first day for the video. And blah 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 blah. You can read if you want. You can pause this and then read, but we have no time. So the first thing first, yes, now this is where my explanation comes in actually. So you can see there are designated times. We have 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and things like that. So that's why I once said this video is actually not suitable if you're just starting afresh, because I'm actually not teaching about this. I'm not teaching about this. The only thing I'm doing is I'm coming here to build the tasks. So the videos of this 26 week of code is just building the tasks that are in every day of the 26 week of code. So if you actually want to learn HTML, CSS and JavaScript from the beginning, so you can check up the screen. You see a link to the video, so you can learn fully from scratch and to your own understanding. All right, and if you know you are an intermediate, so perhaps you can just join in. All right, so with that being said, let's jump right in. So and then please make sure if you're watching this video you're familiar with VS Code, because the IDE we're going to be using for this particular video is VS Code. So all right, so sorry, apologies. Okay, so now with that being said, now let's continue. So we have the HTML foundation, focus on blah blah blah. That's not my problem. All right, so this is where the project comes in. So we have the first project, practical task: build a profile card. Create a simple profile card using HTML. Add your name, a profile picture, and a short bio. All right, so it says style the card with basic CSS, optional for extra practice. Okay, so we have self-reflection and catch up. Okay, study the profile card, blah blah blah, and then join the meeting. All right, so this is where the main task is, right? Number 2, it says practical task, blah 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 blah. Okay, so what we just need to do is we're creating a profile card, right? And a profile card that's going to have our name, then a profile picture, and then a short bio, just a short bio, a name, profile picture, and a short bio. All right, so I'm going to minimize this now. Then the next thing, I'm going to right click on my VS Code. So the reason why I'm right clicking on my VS Code is because if I should launch this directly, it's going to continue where I stop. So I'm going to pick new window here. So I'm just going to left click on the new window. So this is starting afresh. All right, so the very first thing to do is, as a good programmer, as a good developer, do not use new file. Don't ever try using new file. It is forbidden. Don't ever try using open file. It is forbidden. Even if you have a file that you need to open, in fact, you should not have any file that is not within a folder. You open folder at all times. So we click on folder, then we're coming directly to desktop. So I want to do this on the desktop. So we have desktop apps, Veritech up, and yeah, so I'm just gonna click on Ctrl Shift N for new folder. So here we're going to save our folder called 26 weeks of code. Alright, so now that we have the name here underneath this section, and the folder shows that we are actually good to go. So I'm selecting this folder. Alright, so at the left hand side here you can see 26 week of code. So if you're using VS Code for the first time, you're actually going to get this. Then what you want to do, so you don't keep getting this anytime you want to open a folder, is you trust the authors of the files in the parent folder. Then yes, I trust the author. So once you trust the author, you still have this welcome page. So we actually don't need this anymore. So I'm just going to cancel this. All right, so with that being said, so if you've actually linked yourself, if you've gone to the other link, you should have linked the other link on HTML for front-end development. You should have learned how this works, how this folders right here works. So once the folder is facing downward, means it's opened. When you click on it, now the folder is closed, it's opened, it's closed, it's opened. So the first thing we're doing, is not to waste much of our time, is right click on this, then we have index.html. Alright, so I'm going to create another one, new file, style.css. So as you can see, index.html, this icon is actually showing you that this is already an index file, an HTML file, the extension. Then this is a CSS file. Alright, so we're clicking back on the HTML here, and then now that we're clicking back on our HTML here, so I'm gonna teach us something real quick. So okay, probably maybe in the second section. So it's actually called live server. So before we get to day 2, you can actually just make your research on what live server means, and if you know, that's good. So what's next to do? Okay, so now we need to bring up our task. So I'm bringing up my task. Alright, so we have it right here. So this is practical task: build a profile card, create a simple profile card using HTML and blah blah blah. Okay, first of all, create a simple profile card using HTML. Alright, so now we need to create a profile card interface, right? So I'm going to split this. I am going to split this. Okay, I'm going to split this. Yes, I'm going to split this, and so here I'm just going to right click in index.html, reveal in Write Explorer, in File Explorer rather. Then from here I'll want to run this. Sorry, okay, I'm supposed to open with Microsoft Edge. Alright, I think I'm okay with this then. Alright, so I'll cancel this. So I already run this, so just wait a minute, picking this. Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is the way I would want to arrange this. Okay, so we still have the chance to see our task and also preview our work. So the first thing you need to do is shift number 1, like shift 1. So you have this exclamation mark. So with this exclamation mark, the snippet, the HTML snippet is actually hidden within this particular exclamation mark. It's actually a shortcut. So what you need to do is just hit enter, and then boom, don't need to type this from scratch. So I'm actually rushing things up because of time. So I'm naming this profile card. Alright, so profile card. Then I actually like spacing for my work. So profile card, if you see, this place is still actually empty, but profile card is already written right here. That's the title. So profile card 6, profile card 6. Alright, okay, so number 10. So I'm just starting from line 10 because actually I think okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do now is create a div container, a div called container. So I have a div called container. Then I'm going to create another div dot I'm going to call this profile card. Alright, so I have my profile card. Now within this profile card, here it says add your name, a profile picture, and a short bio. So a normal in a normal sense, or should I say in the normal visual hierarchy, I believe the profile picture should come before the name and then before the short bio. So this is div, calling this div image. So here in the div image, I'm going to have my image s, so that's image source. So actually I can use an image right here, and okay, let's just pick an image from a PC. Okay, so what you might want to do now is this code actually is inside. Okay, I don't want things complicated. If not, I could have done something like this, just double forward slash. So what double forward slash does is it exits the particular folder, this particular 26 week of code folder. So from here I can just come down and then pick Raytech, and then I have lots and lots of images here. So I'm going to pick transparent icon and name transparent. So picking this. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, it isn't because of the spaces and stuff like that, but actually if I should move it in to work. So let me give it placeholder. So sometimes if you add an alternative or attribute, is actually going to make it pop out. So let's see. Okay, still didn't work. All right, then there is no problem. So I'm definitely just going to copy the image inside of it. So desktop, where we take up. So I'm going to copy just copy one already. So I'm going to copy this, then I'm going back to the desktop again, 26 week of code. Then from here I've still type in Ctrl+Shift+N again to create a new folder, and then I'll call this images. Then enter into the image, then paste this one, then reduce the name to icon. So I think icon is actually okay. So I cancel this. Then now let's confirm if we have this right here. So I'm going to click on the Explorer tab. So as you can see, there is image folder here already. I click on it to open. Remember, close, open, close, open. So open and then click on this. Yeah, so it's here. So I'm going to close this and then close this. Okay. So if I'm too fast, please you can preview the video as many times as you want. So I'm actually just speeding things up because of the length of the video, so I don't want it to be too long. Alright, now I'm going to delete this, and then instead of going backwards, I'm deleting this too, so this doesn't matter yet. So instead of going backwards, all I just need to do is /images, or just type in images. So because sometimes the / will actually stop it from appearing or working. So still nothing is still popping out, and let's see what's the problem. Okay, images icon.png. okay, perhaps it doesn't want to preview the png image. Okay, then let's try another file version. Yes, so this is, I think this should be JPG. So the properties, so this is JPG. All right, so now that this is JPG and we've confirmed it, so actually instead of going through that process, I can just here click on this view and then details pane. So from here I can actually know if it is JPG or not, but I thought of that one to also be another means of learning or something, so that's why I had to go through that. Okay, so that being said, let's copy this again. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going back to desktop again, the same 26 week of code, images, and I'm pasting this here, Ctrl+V. So going to call you background. So that's background.jpg. So I hope it works for sure. Alright, okay. Alright, since it's not working, so I'm picking this time around images background.jpg, and then yeah, it actually doesn't want to work with the png file, but the jpg works. So okay, now that we have this, I think let me just comment this out on our code. I think it is the best practice to begin with. So sorry, I'm supposed to just copy it. Alright, so you can take one full space. Alright, so I like my preview section being at the right hand side. Sorry. So now I'm going to comment this outside here. So please don't do this actually. You don't have to do this, okay? So you can, and if you want to, there's actually nothing wrong with it. I was just saying that, for your safety. Sorry. Alright. Okay, it's more than one line. Sorry. It's more than a line. Alright. So now what I actually did here is commenting. So the reason why the first one wasn't working is because of the exclamation mark here. So then I already commented this out, so it's actually not going to affect the code. Okay, so if I refresh this, you can see under the image is still free, but if you type something outside like this, let's say in a new line underneath it, number 30, that is not inside the comments, something like this, if you refresh this, it's going to pop out, you can see. So, and you don't want that. Okay, so just make sure. Okay, and then you might be wondering, how did I do it? Because actually I highlighted it, right? So what I did was just typed control / so let me see, for commenting. So I highlighted it and then clicked on control / alright, so yeah, we have this is our container to center the child elements, and then right here we have this is the profile. This is the profile, let's say, this is the profile card, and then this is the profile card. So inside of this we have, this is the image for the profile. Alright, so that's it for the image section. So the profile card image, so I'm going to have something like this, another div. So before the div, let's have a comment. So the next thing we're doing is this is the div for the name. So I can just call this div name. So here I can have h3 and then my name, God's favor Abraham. Alright, then P paragraph. So let's just make this God's favor Abraham. Let's say we say code beginner. Alright, so let's refresh this and see. Okay, our card is actually coming in bit by bit. Alright, so now we are done with the name. So what's the next thing? We've done the simple profile card. We've done we've not done with the simple profile card rather. Why can't I talk? Add your name. Okay, we've added our name. A profile picture. Okay, we have a profile picture. Profile, let's just say pics, and then a short bio. I think this is enough. This bio is short enough. Code beginner and a lazy programmer. In fact, I am more than lazy. Okay, so that being said, Ah, in fact, I really love this particular one, lazy programmer, because some of you might think I'm actually sitting while doing this. I am probably lying down on my belly. I can't even sit. I'm too lazy to sit and do this. Okay, so let's continue. I think that's it. All right, so now let's make this profile card a profile card. Yep. So it says, the next line says style the card with basic CSS. So it's optional for you. So if you want, you can do it, and if you want, you can actually leave it, but for extra practice, so it's worth doing it. And yeah, we're actually going to do it, because I think if we do this, we'll be able to skip day 2, or perhaps no, we'll be styling it in day 2. So thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.